Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've been paying attention to where AI is heading, this video is about the shift you probably felt coming but didn't fully see yet. OpenAI is quietly moving straight into your voice, and it's not just about better text-to-speech, it's about a full audio-first future, including a brand new device that could land as early as 2027, powered by a voice model OpenAI plans to ship in early 2026. This is the story of how OpenAI is betting that talking to AI will soon feel more natural than looking at a screen. Before we go further into the story, I want to request you to kindly subscribe to the channel, it will help us a lot. Back to the story. For a while now, voice has been treated as a secondary feature, nice to have, but not essential. Text was where intelligence lived, but that assumption is breaking fast. Voice LLMs are improving, multimodal systems are becoming real-time, and users are increasingly tired of screens. OpenAI seems convinced that the next interface shift isn't visual, it's conversational. Recent reports, especially from The Information, make it clear that OpenAI is preparing something much bigger than a ChatGPT voice upgrade. The company is reportedly working toward an audio-first personal device, one that relies primarily on speech instead of displays. Internally, OpenAI has unified its research, product and engineering teams around audio. That's not a small organizational change, that's a signal. This isn't about making ChatGPT sound a little more expressive. The goal is to make voice the default way humans interact with AI, and OpenAI believes the timing is finally right. Smart speakers already sit in roughly 30% of US households. Google began experimenting with audio overviews in search back in June, testing what it looks like when results become conversations instead of links. Meta added a 5-microphone array to its Ray-Ban smart glasses, turning a human face into a directional listening device. There's also Stream Ring from Sandbars, a $249 wearable thought capture device launching soon. And then there was Humane Pin, a screenless wearable that burned through hundreds of millions of dollars before collapsing under latency, reliability, and UX issues. OpenAI has studied all of that, and they think those failures weren't about the idea, they were about the technology not being ready yet. What's different now is the model layer. According to multiple reports, OpenAI is preparing a brand new audio model architecture scheduled for release in the first quarter of 2026. This model is designed to handle real-time interruptions, speak simultaneously with the user, and respond faster than current voice systems. Today's models still rely on turn-taking. You speak, you pause, the model responds. That feels robotic. OpenAI wants full-duplex conversation, where the AI can interject, react mid-sentence, and handle natural dialogue flow without latency. That's a hard problem, but it's a necessary one if you want an always-on audio device to feel usable. Internally, OpenAI researchers believe current audio models lag behind text models in both speed and accuracy. That gap matters. If you're building a device that doesn't have a screen to fall back on, voice has to be fast, precise, and emotionally legible. The new architecture reportedly delivers more natural, emotive responses and more accurate, in-depth answers. It's also designed to handle interruptions properly, something current systems still struggle with. OpenAI plans to ship this model well before the hardware itself. The idea is simple. The software has to be rock solid first. And this is where Jony Ive enters the picture. OpenAI recently acquired a hardware company called IO in a $6.5 billion deal. Jony Ive, Apple's former design chief, didn't quit Apple directly. Instead, OpenAI acquired his company, bringing him and his team into the fold. Ive has spoken publicly about fixing the harms of past devices and reducing screen dependency. That philosophy aligns almost perfectly with OpenAI's audio-first direction. The hardware being developed is expected to be largely screenless. Reports describe it as ambient, always available, and primarily voice-driven. Some rumors suggest a form factor closer to a smart speaker or a wearable. Others speculate about something pen-like. What's consistent across sources is this: it won't behave like a phone, and it won't demand visual attention. OpenAI's leadership sees this as a chance to reimagine what it means to use a computer at all. Sam Altman himself has said this is an opportunity to completely rethink the interface layer. But audio-first hardware introduces new constraints. Without a screen, the AI must maintain context perfectly. It must know when to speak, when to pause, and when silence is the right response. It must handle long conversations without drifting. It must feel present without being intrusive. That's why memory, context compression, and real-time reasoning matter so much here. OpenAI has already begun laying groundwork with real-time audio previews, like GPT-4o Audio Preview and GPT-4o Real-Time Preview. In August 2025, OpenAI reduced audio processing costs by 20% with its real-time launch, but the underlying architecture still followed a request-response pattern. The upcoming model aims to surpass that entirely. One benchmark mentioned internally is Big Bench Audio. The current model achieves a reasoning score of 82.8%. Supporting a screenless device requires exceeding that level consistently while maintaining near-zero latency. This isn't just about quality, it's about trust. If users can't rely on the AI to understand them immediately, they'll abandon it. This is also where OpenAI thinks it can outperform incumbents. Google and Apple are both struggling with the transition to LLM-based assistants. Google has officially delayed the sunset of Google Assistant in favor of Gemini Live until March 2026 after user feedback showed reliability issues with basic tasks. Apple has pushed its Siri overhaul, often referred to as Siri V2, to spring 2026 following leadership changes. Both companies are wrestling with the same problem. LLMs are powerful, but they're non-deterministic, which makes triggering precise device actions harder than with traditional command systems. OpenAI is betting that better models solve this at the root. The timeline matters here. OpenAI's new audio model is expected in the first quarter of 2026. The hardware device is projected roughly 12 months later, placing it in early 2027. This staggered release is deliberate. The model ships first, improves through real-world use, and only then becomes the foundation for hardware. This approach directly addresses why earlier screenless devices failed. Humane Pin didn't collapse because people didn't want screenless AI. It failed because latency and reliability weren't good enough. OpenAI believes those constraints are finally loosening. There are risks, of course. Always-on microphones raise privacy concerns. Devices that listen continuously must earn trust. OpenAI will need to provide strong guarantees around data handling, on-device processing, and consent. Ethical concerns around bias, surveillance, and misuse also grow as audio becomes more ambient and less intentional. But OpenAI appears aware of that scrutiny. The company's history with responsible AI deployment will be tested in a very public way once hardware enters the picture. What's interesting is that OpenAI isn't building just one device. Reports suggest a family of audio-focused products over time, including smart speakers and glasses. These aren't meant to replace phones overnight. They're meant to sit alongside them, gradually becoming more useful as voice improves. And that's the key insight here. This isn't a single product launch story, it's an interface transition. OpenAI believes the future of AI interaction is ambient, conversational, and screen-optional. Voice isn't an accessibility feature anymore. It's the primary interface. The keyboard becomes secondary. The screen becomes optional. If OpenAI gets this right, the shift will feel subtle at first. You'll talk more, you'll look less, and one day you'll realize that interacting with AI feels closer to talking to a person than using a tool. That's what this entire audio push is about. And if the timelines hold, 2026 is when the voice gets good enough. 2027 is when the device arrives. Everything between now and then is preparation. If you enjoyed this video, then do like and share. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel and click on the bell icon for more updates like this. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching. This is AI Tides, and I'll see you in the next video.